Ahoy. I'm running through my magical new pedal today, so which my favorite thing is to click that button. There we go, that sound. Hi Nadia, and hello Angie. Hi. We both okay? I'm playing around with pedal sounds. Hello, Martin. Hello, mate. And hello, Danita. I'm not going to get fed up of this sound for a long time, I'm afraid. So I'm very sorry. Hello. Hi, Red. Good morning to you. Hey, Joanna. And again, just the normal pedal sounds like that. Which I've avoided playing plugged-in ukulele for a long time because I hate is a strong word. I severely fucking dislike the sound of a piezo pickup just plugged straight in. So this little pedal, a Zoom AC3, it's called, acts as kind of like a preamp and has lots of effects built into it, and there's a compressor and a tuner, but I've been absolutely adoring it. So it's just a very nice sound to my ears, and I'm a fussy little bitch, so so it's been cool. So I'm really enjoying that, and on Saturday I got to take it on its first spin in a gig, and it was great. So it was really good. One stupid thing that, when not being plugged in, because I always play with a mic at a gig, which unfortunately is working against me now. I play with backing tracks and stuff, but it's very much just clicking on the mute button so I can unplug the uke and then switch to another uke. Stupid things that make me happy but make it so good. So it's all good. Hello, Mamiji. Hi. Hello, Lucy. Hi. So, Angie, the super sexy sound that I like, there's it'd be helpful if I had a camera like above the pedal, wouldn't it? But there's an effects bit in the middle, basically, and it has lots of different effects. So I'll tell you what, should we demo them and see what they sound like? Because in all honesty, I haven't spent the biggest amount of time with all of them. So the first thing is we've got a chorus effect. Which just sounds like your stereotypical chorus. That would be it, wouldn't it? That is exactly it. That's me copyrighting my video instantly. Well done, Sammy. But yeah, that's essentially what we think of when we think of chorus. And obviously you can tweak each setting, but that's the first one. And there's got another chorus who's a bit slower. Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. I'd say that's more of a the Cure kind of chorus effect we've got going on there. Just a bit slower. Yeah. Big fan. The next thing that we have is a tape echo. There we go. So just a bit of old delay. Oh yeah, Andrew, you've got the positive grid Spark, right? That's got shit tons built into it. Yeah, it's lots of fun. When I was 13, I was lucky. So my birthday and Christmas are very close together. Is that because I'm Jesus? Kind of. But basically, they're very close together. And so that meant for a lot of times when it came to Christmas and birthday presents, they kind of rolled into one, but like in a good way, like it was a bigger bonanza. So I asked for an electric guitar when I first wanted to start learning guitar. And so I got an electric guitar and a little shitty amp. It was great. So happy with that. And then the next year, I asked for a Boss multi-effects, and it was a Boss ME50. And it's basically just lots of effects pedals built in together and stuff, but fuck me, did I lose so much time, like just in my bedroom, playing with all the effects, tweaking it, getting all these ridiculous, stupid sounds, and like was absolutely addicted from then. So it's as soon as you get like a multi-effects pedal or something like that, it's always fun. Because obviously, you know, composing or just playing and making sounds is lots of fun. But when you add effects to it, it can kick off things that you didn't know. So it's so I'm having lots of fun with this. I haven't spent as much time as I like with some of them. That's a nice delay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. And again, like I said, you can tweak. That was the universal sign of tweaking, by the way, if you didn't know. Cool. So a different kind of delay. Yeah, he sounds cool. Yeah, delay. Oh. But then I just have an effect called delay. Oh, okay, so he makes a fun sound. If you alter the time. Oh, that's very good. That's a cool delay. I like that a lot. Makes me sound like I'm playing quadruple the notes I actually am, so that's cool. Hello. I'm going to try. Yawn. So sorry. Hello, yawn. Please help me. Delay is delay. With delays, you can edit the time. If you're not familiar with the delay pedal, you can basically edit the time as to how much when you play the note, and then how long it goes. See? So that's much longer. When you start to leave it longer, then you kind of can weave notes in between. And they'll kind of turn into a Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. But it kind of... That's still going. And it's still going. Fuck, okay, that's cool, that's cool. But you can edit all the kind of things on that. Yeah. Angie, it would be a good lesson on effects. I do find it very, very, very cool, but I'd find it better if we all had the same equipment to play with. So if Zoom can sponsor the lesson, Zoom, not the video software people, but the music software people, music hardware people, if they can do that. If they can do that, that's totally fine. Vicky! Hello, mate. This is all I do, basically. If you weren't here, this is literally me in my room just going, oh, nice. Carries on even if I turn it off. All right. But if I switch effects, it doesn't. Right, so this is just reverb, whole reverb. And that basically just means it sounds like I'm playing. I mean, I have very little soft furnishings in here, so it's not far off, but basically it gives you a big reverb sound. I think that'll make it bigger. Yeah, so you see how that continues. Yeah, that's nice. So that's... Oh. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. That'd be very nice for lots of things. Again, everything I want to do is kind of ambient. So reverb is a big, big effect for this. You definitely need an amp with the bass. Any form of bass you need an amp with. So that's cool. If you haven't already, then an envelope filter for your bass, sometimes called an auto wah, but it's the sickest pedal. Okay, this one's called mod reverb. Oh, okay, spicy reverb. How am I liking the amp so far? Really, really well. I was massively concerned because the amp that I wanted to buy is the Blackstar Sonnet, which is a 60-watt amp. Has lots of cool features on it. But basically, this is the Acoustic Core 30, so it's half the wattage. So my only concern was that this kit wasn't going to be loud enough, even though it has on the back, it has a DI out, so you can basically take an XLR cable, plug into the PA, if there's a PA at the venue, and then it can run through. That's cool, but obviously if there's not, and you just rely on your amp, you need it to be loud enough. And that was my concern with the 30-watt, because to be honest, it's been years since I've owned actual hardware. I'm always like this. So everything's software and, not real life based. But had a gig on Saturday. It was a medium-sized cafe, but the amp didn't need to be anywhere past the master volume on like 3 or 4. So it should be fine. But it's also really, really, really light, which is good because I had to catch a metro and a bus. It's just a nice amp. It's really light to carry. It's very easy to use. So that's exactly it. My only the only shitter is that it advertises that it does live. It can do like live streaming if you plug it into the phone via the right cable. I have all the right cables. It doesn't work. And according to the internet, it doesn't work very well at all. So that's the only shit thing about it. But if you're not expecting that, the actual amp stuff is great. So that works out really nice. I like that mod reverb. That is cool. Tremolo. So this is a tremolo effect, which you've probably heard from guitars lots of times. And it kind of just chops up the sound. It goes, so it has the sound, no sound, has the sound, no sound, has the sound, no sound. So you should be able to edit the speed on that. Yeah, there you go. So you hear that? There we go. Oh, that is very slow. Almost doesn't let me get the last note. Hey, Veronica. See, this is all very cool. I mean, in all honesty, for the next album, I would like to start incorporating some effects. So that'd be very cool. Which leaves us to the very last effect, which is just simply called pad. And that's the one that I used yesterday for the Monday meditation and stuff. It's basically like a shimmery reverb, a real fancy reverb. Yeah, so it adds like that extra, almost synth-like shimmer to your notes. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of that because that's a very, 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 very nice kind of reverb to be attached into this pedal. Usually you'd have to pay some good money, I think, to get a decent reverb pedal to sound like that. So. Yeah. The harmonics kind of get lost a little bit because it just amplifies that high sound. So it has a little delay to it, but it kind of does it. Hello, Angie. No, I don't actually. I don't have a loop pedal, which is I should. I've never used one either, so I always do things either recorded or play to backing tracks, so previously recorded stuff. So I would like to. There is lovely, lovely man, Ukulele Simon, is the absolute shit with a loop pedal. He is hot as shit, so he's cool. And there's lots of, Jake uses looper, lots and lots and lots, so it's very cool. Right, cool. So See, mute. You're not screamed at. We're positive about that. Let me play through. Yeah, I know loops are hard to use because your timing has to be flawless. Absolutely flawless. And to be honest, live, that is worrying. So... Yes. Oh, yes. Boris can handle a loop pedal very well as well. So, yeah, so at the moment, the Aurora, the baritone, plus this pad effect has been my absolute favorite. I'm not going to get bored of that sound for a good while. Yeah, that is the sound. So I'm trying to add it to see what I can add it to live and what kind of stuff, like my songs, that I can add to live to enhance it a bit. Obviously, when I play live, I do backing tracks, but it's nice to sometimes play them solo with a bit of girth added, which is kind of what the pedal is now. So I'm going to try Overcast, which this tuning is, and I'm going to play it with this pedal just to see if it works. I tried to give it a play last night, but I didn't use this exact effect. So I'll play Overcast without backing, and we'll see if it goes on. Hello, Graham. What strings do I use for the baritone? So I'm a Uke Logic bitch, so I love Uke Logic to death. Hello, Joel. Love you. So I've actually got the hard tension baritone set. I've played through all of his baritone sets, so I've settled on hard tension. And then for the G and the D, they're the smooth wound gold strings. So the G is 0.3 and the D is a 0.35. So it's the smooth wound D and G, and then the hard tension B and E. That's my favorite setup that I've played by far. So that's gets you a nice big old full sound, which on GCEA, on the normal ukes, I will always use the soft tension. I prefer the soft tension to the hard tension, but on baritone, I much prefer the hard tension. So there you go. That's what I use. Anyway, I'll try and give Overcast a spin, and let's see how it sounds with the pedal. I think, yeah, that works. It's cool. I think it works with that. Cool. So it just gives me a little bit more of like things to experiment with, like especially live. You know what I mean? So I'm a big nerd. So it's basically when I want to go see a band, I genuinely want it to sound like the record, and that's just because I know a lot of people disagree with me, and that's totally fine. And it's just because I enjoy quality of sound and I enjoy like the nuances and stuff like that. So that's when I'm performing live and I have the backing tracks and stuff like that, I'll usually be playing on the ukulele I played to record it. It'll be exactly the same instruments that were in the actual record and stuff. So it will sound like the record, or, as much as me fucking it up on stage. But I think it'd be also nice to include some that are maybe a little bit different, that maybe have some effects on it, like that was Overcast without any backing. Is one of the tracks that I think can absolutely hold its weight without the backing. So it's just cool for me because I'm going to have a play around and see what I do. So it's, and like I said, going forward, it means I've got some other things to think about. So it's very cool. I mean, I need to release the first album first. So, but we're almost there. A month today. Fuck me. Cool. So September 29th, Ver will be dropping. So I am so excited, and thank Christ it'll be finally fucking out. Jesus Christ. I'll be really happy that it's out, and it'll be really nice. But if you haven't seen, because I've been shouting about it everywhere, Rain is out Friday. So Rain will be out to stream everywhere on Friday. So that is one of my favorite tracks, and for me is more of a reflection of what the album is compared to Sunshine and Sunrise. I love both those tracks, but Sunshine is a very different track. It's the only track that doesn't really have any backing to it. And then Sunrise, I wrote it as an album opener rather than a standalone. So those two. So like I said, I'm very happy for Rain to be out there because that is what I feel the album is. So I'm gonna like that. After the album releases, before the album, after the album releases, before the album releases. Yeah. I mean, yes. But talking of the album, if you're not a streaming person, you do want to download it, you can head over to my website, 4stringboy.com. And if you pre-order the album, I will send it to you a day early. Because I'm a nice person like that. So before the people streams, you can absolutely play it full blast to your neighbors who'll be like, I don't give a fuck, what are you talking about? So you can do that, but you'll also get 3 tracks to download right now: Rain, Sunshine, and Sunrise. So they're all there. But I am writing for new album as we speak. So it's because this album's been in the bag for a very long time. So I've got to keep myself on my toes and start writing towards the next ones. That's the most exciting thing. How's the thumb pick contraption thing coming along? I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Almost there. Just finalising on some things because I'm a picky person. But most of it is there and finished. So hoping for October. Yeah, hoping for October, November. And that'd be good. Then people can stop asking me what the thing is I use in my thumb all the time. I'm still going to get all those questions, aren't I, all the time? But that's exactly it. Any hints on what the next album is going to be about? Okay. So I'm a very transparent person, so I will talk about my thought processes so far. Okay. So at the moment we've had Ver, which is all weather related, and Ver has a certain vibe to it, right? So the idea is hopefully if you listen to the album, it all sounds like it's come from that album and stuff. Now, that's Ver. Now, basically, I want to do Ver 2, Ver Harder, and that's what I'm going to call it. But I want to do basically another weather album that is exactly the same vibe, just different songs. That's basically it. So the same kind of vibes, but just different songs, different compositions. But there is also this side as well that I've been working on. And that is one single baritone ukulele, and the theme is space. So you're not far off. No, it's kind of about the way that I've been writing at the moment is imagining the soundtrack to an astronaut just in space on their own in a space shuttle, and for years and years and years and years. And it's kind of the soundtrack of the loneliness of that. I'm just full of misery all the time, so that's it. That's what I've been writing for. I've got a couple of songs down for that. But I don't think there'll be any backing for that at all. Or if there is, it'll be very, very low and more Blade Runner-esque. So as you can see, they're kind of two completely different ideas. And that's why I'm kind of writing for them both at the same time, because they're both completely different. The space one, I've been pretty much using a ukulele tuned in B-E-B-E, pretty much for all of it, which is a baritone. One of James Hill's tuning that it's talked about. But yeah, like I said, I had very many tracks for there that I just didn't finish, or I couldn't quite finish on them. So there's a few ideas that I've been sat on. They've just taken months into me taking it from a riff that I was sort of about and taking it out there until we get there. So I'm still playing around with some ideas. Some ideas are more solid, but it's very, very, very exciting. I just like composition, so I like sitting and writing. It's and sometimes I get a little bit of a burnout from it because I teach pretty much all day. So and then trying to fit in composition on top of that can be difficult when you play and talk about instruments all day. But luckily, it's something I love very much. So mine is perfect. I spent far too long annoyingly getting it right. So I promise it'll be worth it. But yes, that's exactly it. It could be called Out There. That's nice. Yeah, that is very nice. I have no ideas for titles or anything yet, but yeah. My original idea was all the different soundtrack to how many different ways an astronaut could die in space, but I thought that was too miserable. That's me breaking it too miserable there. So I'll try and make it a bit lighter than that, but that's essentially it. So I'm having lots of fun with that, but a big one of the space I imagined a big spacey sound, and in all honesty, I think that fits the bill. So that's very, 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 very much on that. So I'm still playing around, but very, very excited for putting some more stuff down. And that's exactly it. Oh, yes. Misery 24/7, mate. That's exactly what we got to do. Right. While I'm here, does anybody have any requests for anything that I remember how to play? Mainly album tracks. I don't have the backing plugged in, though, so it's just going to be just solo uke, I'm afraid. Because I didn't think about plugging backing in today because I wasn't going to do it. So if there's anything you want to hear, shout at me and I'll play it for you. If not, then I'll leave you all alone. Or I'm just going to sit here and play with this pedal forever. It's too easy. Do I think about creating emotions when you're composing? It's a weird one. When I'm writing, I hear more chord progressions than emotions, but I do have emotions tied to those chord progressions, if that makes sense. So, it's... where was I? I'm in this tuning. So, I mean, for example, this chord change... That, for me, there's chord 6 to chord 1. Chord 4, sorry. So that for me, emotion-wise, is kind of like always a little bit hopeful, but like the kind of twinge in your stomach that it's not right either. So it's more that, yeah, I think I have certain chord progressions tied to emotions like that. So it's more of my ears know what they like and will write to what that's kind of feeling. So that's totally fine. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can play some Rain. Yeah, No Surprises. I did play No Surprises with this sound at the gig on Saturday, and in all honesty, I don't think it was very good. So I don't think I'll try that, but I'll try it through some reverb. What's my favorite key to write in? By pure accident, it's always C minor. And now on a baritone, that's obviously very difficult. So on the baritone, I transpose that into G minor, which is what this tuning is currently in. It's a D, G, B flat, and E, which naturally takes it down to a G minor. But on a tenor and on piano, it's C minor that I'm tending to write in. It's just those. Hold on. I haven't set up a piano, so I can't. Hold on. No. Oh my God. Come on, Sammy. Right, so if I add a software instrument, bear with us 2 seconds. And then I can add, nope. Oh no, it really helps if you know the name of the thing you're looking for, Sammy. There we go, right, super. So if I add this very quickly. Right, cool. Right, sorry, I'm just firing up a piano, as you do. How does that sound? Too much delay, hold on. There we go. So that is technically, that's F minor. So F minor and C minor, I very much like writing in, which the No Doubt cover I did, Don't Speak, the start of Don't Speak is in C minor, and then in the chorus it transposes to F minor. Absolutely perfect. I thought I was at Christmas because that's exactly what I want to do. I'm not in tuning for this at all. Hold on. There we go. Oh, actually, no, still not in tune. Well. Right, cool. So that's now. That's in C minor. So very much like I said, if I can't play, but C minor. Cool. I'm breaking things by using too many things, sorry. It's the problem with I don't have enough hands. But yeah, C minor, F minor, C minor, F minor, G minor. They're essentially my go-to keys for writing, especially on the piano, but on the uke, on that. No, there's no strap. I'm just always holding it with this part of my arm. That's all. So it doesn't go anywhere. Technically, I can play standing up like this, but more of a party trick than anything. Yes, Daniel, I'm probably not fully used to it, but I'm used to it enough that I can plug in and it makes the sounds I want to. So that's the good thing. Right. Oh, okay, so that's that mod reverb. Bye, Graham. All right, I'll have a little blast of rain with this nice big old fat reverb, okay? Cool. There we go. So there's a bit of rain. Perfect. Cool. Super. Yes, it does have a built-in tuner, which is a fucking lifesaver. Good God. It's a tuner and mute switch. Big fan. Frost or 25 degrees? Oh, yeah, okay. 25 degrees will be an interesting one. Because I wonder, that song is a big reverby mess on the album. So I wonder how that would handle some big delay or pad. That's all I'll do on stage. Wait for it to finish. Let's have a listen what it sounds like with this pad then. Cool. That kind of works. Kind of works a little bit. Oh, that's a good question. Where would I say I get my musical influences or style from? Miserable music. No, I hate to be a twat and say, I listen to everything. I do listen to a lot. And throughout all the years of my life, I've been in very different genres of very different bands. I would say, so in terms of misery, okay, so in terms of, and when I say misery, I mean like more miserable harmony. So in terms of more miserable harmony, I probably look to more alternative bands. So one of my favorite bands for miserable harmony is Placebo. Placebo have been a band that I've loved since like the age of 12 or 13 and have grown up with them and have kept them in all of these years, and just mainly because I adore their harmony. I adore how their songs are put together and everything like that. So Placebo have been a big influence, I think, on just how I like things to sound, because they have a very miserable sound, I think. A very upbeat but very miserable sound as that. But then I listen to lots of like more progressive, technical, like metal music. So there's lots of bands over that side that do crazy things with harmony and rhythmically, especially, do absolutely insane things. So I used to be a bass player in a progressive tech metal band, And so lots of bands like that. A band, for example, that, and again, it's more of sounds and textures that I like, is an English band called Rolo Tomasi. Very shouty, very screamy, but layered with a giant sound of excellent. Hold on. There is a particular song that I've adored for years and years and years, and I think it has an influence on anything I do. I just can't remember what it's called. So that one is less screamy. So there's no screaming in it. So you can listen to that one, even just listen to the intro of it. And that is always the sound I've been trying to get for years. Cool. It's, hold on, I'll write it in the chat. Rolo Tomasi. Rolo Tomasi, Opalescent. That has possibly one of the best sounds I've ever heard. And just for, we're talking about harmony, in miserable harmony, perfection, absolute perfection. Even just listen to the instrumental intro of it, it's sheer perfection. So I love it. Any favorite metal bands? Yeah. Who are the bands I listen to the most metal band wise? Sixth, a band I listen to lots. Sixth, Tesseract, Periphery, Animals as Leaders. That's all instrumental. And again, talking about rhythm, then that's it. But again, throughout the years, it's been Protest the Hero, Killswitch Engage, Lamb of God, all that kind. And then, even though you can't call them metal, but at the moment it's Polyphia. So they're not really metal, but they've kind of evolved into this weird hybrid, very cool, very technical sound, but also is like hip-hop-ish R&B dancey drums. They're incredible. So they're very much that. So I'd say for harmony and stuff, that's on the side of, but then I do like just generally, there's a Danish band, a Danish duo called Bremer and McCoy, Bremer, and then McCoy is an McCoy. Just a pianist and double bass player, completely instrumental. But I discovered them from a Danish student wanting to learn some of their songs. So I listened to the song I wanted to learn, fucking adored it, listened to the entire album, and then luckily, whilst the time I was listening to them that week, they released a second album. So listen to that, binge that, absolutely adore that. So I'd say a lot of theirs backing it was definitely influenced by Bremer and McCoy because of just their sound. Again, listen to it. I'll put them in the chat again. Yeah, so I'd say my backing sound is massively influenced by that. The piano and kind of double bass-esque sound. They're my favorites. So it's weird because I've had to like classify genres and obviously for streaming of what my music is, and I don't know. It's a weird one. The closest I can put it to is contemporary classical, which is like modern classical that's kind of like film music, basically. That's it. But I'm not classical. Look at me. I'm definitely not a classical person and was never classically taught or classically raised. So I don't fit under that, but it's also not rock or metal either. So it's been a weird one trying to categorize it, but I think the two like loves of either side of like film music and composition and stuff like that coming in then with my rock background and stuff, and especially the more like emo bands and metal bands and that kind of harmony, I think are kind of smushed together, and putting it together on this instrument has been it's come out with a sound. So didn't plan it, but it's just here. So that's exactly that. Yes, I have a cover of Playing God by Polyphia. Only the intro riff. I haven't gone any further than that, and that took me a long time to get down. So I did that. But yes, there are some insane covers by Polyphia. Yeah, math rock would be the closest. And again, actually, there's loads of like more pop math rock subgenres that I like. There's a band called, oh no, hold on. So back when I was at university in Brighton, there's a band called Colours, who were London based, but very much math rock, amazing band. Again, Colours. What is the band that I'm trying to think of? There's two bands. This Town Needs Guns. They're also math rock, one of my favourites. And then there's another band who, for the life of me, I can't remember at the moment. Tube Lord. Yes. They're all kind of from the same era, but they're all kind of like, it's like upbeat math rock, but also a bit miserable math rock. It's not metal or anything like that, just very cool rhythms and cool riffs, basically. So I've always been into that kind of thing, but yeah, narrowing it down. Right, cool. I've talked for far too long. Thanks for listening to me tonight and coming and hang out with me. I appreciate all the questions and stuff because it's nice to just chat. So thank you so much for that. That's super cool of you. I'll try and do this every 2 weeks. I always try and come on here and do it 2 weeks. But if you ever have any questions for anything, then just please come and shout at me. Should make a metal band, but instead of lead guitar, it's lead uke. You see, I think I'd actually be shit at that because I was never very good at lead guitar. So I don't think I can play fast enough for that. I just have to break it down to lots of harmonics. So but that's cool. But thank you. We'll do this again in 2 weeks. Yesterday on Instagram Live, I did a thing called Monday Meditation, which I was just trying as a random thing. But it was basically half an hour of no talking, none of this, but me just plugged straight into the phone and just making big old sounds that you can just sit and enjoy. I'll be doing that again in 2 weeks. So if you're on Instagram and you fancy just hanging out and listening to some sounds, then that's kind of what I'm doing. So let's do that. Thanks, Angie. Thanks you to both Angies. Both Angies. So thank you so much. But yes, cool. Like I said, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the album to come out. I can't wait for it to come out. And even though I've played all the songs to death, and you're probably very fed up of hearing them, I can't wait for it just to be out in the wild. So it's very cool, and I'm very excited to go gig it in lots of places as well. And then, yes, new material, working on it. So I'm very cool for that. Right, love you all. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. Have a wonderful day in life, and I'll speak to you in a couple of weeks, okay? There you go. There's some piano for you. Bye, kids.